Alright, Season 4 Reloaded, back in, new raid. Don't mind me, I'm just having my morning coffee. We, took us a wee bit to get through this one. It's not too bad, not too hard, but it's, yeah. This is probably the hardest part of it. You have your two guys and yourselves, and you have one person who's Farah. Whoever is Farah is going to have a bad time. You're blindfolded, you can't see. So we have to look up at these cameras here and pretty much guide Farah through. So as you see here, guide her through. It is absolute torture, to say the least, for everyone involved. They did a good job at making this hard. But you got to make sure you go up the stairs fast enough because the guards will see you. And yeah, so each person gets 3 cameras, and obviously Farah gets nothing. Do this fast, and if you want to see some of the actual audio and some of the abuse that poor Matt was getting, turn into my TikTok. There's quite a lot of good stuff going to go up the next day or two. So if you are me in this scenario, distract the guards so the other mate can go over and get cut open, cut off, let go, whatever you want to call it. After that, he's just got to hit the red button, and there we go, we get released. Ideally, there are 2 other guards too, so whoever's Farah, if you take them guards out, obviously we get an easy escape. And grab yourself a couple of guns, because there is piss all at the start, so I was looking for intel at this point, making sure we got everything. And then yeah, so there's an arse ton of guards. That will be through them 2 windows, and to the stairs on the left you can't see out of screen. The boys are taking care of those ones and getting themselves some guns. So, clear out all these guards, watch out for that laser, like he didn't. And then roll through the doors. Punch through the doors, get your load out. Now, I do recommend that for this next part, on the back where the armor is, if you grab the TACM, you have this sight. It's pretty good. It's one or two shots to the head gets rid of them. In this tunnel part, if you jump on top of the cars and follow the cars the whole way down, you're going to be good. Go on the ground, you are going to get fucked. There are mines everywhere, and there are also tripwires too between the cars in the middle. More or less at the end of it, but regardless, it is a very slow process to get through this, and you're best to not do what the boys did and run forward. Take it slow. But when you're at the end, up above in that window there, up above these stairs, there is a button. Opens that door there. So 2 of you go through the door, 1 of you wait for the bait, and you let him through as well, and then you're on to the next part. Sounds good, sounds easy, but it's really not. It's very painful. The veteran bots just somehow manage to 2-shot down you. Once you drop down the tunnel, come through here, follow this path here. Avoid the lasers, avoid the ground. I mean, you're pretty good. There's a bouncing Betty up there. Right there. Right there. Quality's a bit crappy, but right there. Avoid it. Follow the path I take. Just like so. Nice and easy. And you just got to make sure everyone else does it, but they've got to jump when that laser beam on the ground right there is all the way out of the way. And then you're golden. Good to go. But, next part. So these lasers here pretty much follow the path we got. Yeah. It's all about timing, but because of the bouncing betties, got to dodge them. And turn the lasers off. Now this part here, as you see, shit. Absolutely shit. So, follow the path here. You got to time it as well, so that when it's on its first rotation like that, that you are hitting it. Up there, done, done. Easy. Right? Yeah. That was take 8 or 9. But, still doable. Get yourself kitted up, and through here we go, and you just pretty much fight your way all the way down to the end of the hallway. Now, because I'm trying not to fuck you around, this part here is pretty much DMZ's um, complex, the complex in Al Mazrah. This is exactly where you are. So this here, you got to walk through. There's two views I'm showing you. The other view is going to be a bit more extensive. This is just a view inside. Obviously, you've got no map, so you're just being guided. So you got to make your way through at the third person's commands, who's watching the board, and try not to die to all the jugs. Once you get through that, get the warhead, and then two of you have to work as a team to bring the warhead back, because you do not last long. So you got to walk and then drop and walk and then drop, and it's great fun. It's a bit tedious, and try and avoid as many jugs as possible, because the jugs on Veteran are disgusting and shoot you from 100 meters away. No worries at all. Now, once you've done that, obviously the warhead goes in the core, and now we're here for the other view. So this point here, the person inside is going to throw claymores down. Best thing you could do is throw the claymores down, right? Because once they grab that core, people are going to rush through that door. So you have to be watching them and on this valve. This valve here, if you've seen before, there was fire. Valve turns the fire off. So now you can see them going through. You can see all the jugs on that screen. I'll just rewind that a bit because I was a bit too fast for myself. But on that screen, you will see. He's not even popping up yet. 2 seconds. There. Right there. He's the one with the key card. You need to kill that jug. If you can avoid the rest of them, by all means do, because they respawn. But that's the key card you want. And as you see, one's down there, right? So, I skip all of that. The boys are coming back with it. All is well, all is good. Now, that door has now been opened, obviously, as I said before, people are going to keep coming through. So, bring the warhead in the box it goes. When Matt's ready. Alright, once it's in the box, you've passed that bit. That's sweet. Now, on to the next. Go back the way you came. All the way back down. And yeah, literally retrace your steps the whole way back. Now, for the love of God, we jumped down there and ran around there for a couple of minutes. It's the door to your left. Go through that door. Suit yourself all up because you need it. And if you need your loadout, it was on the right there as well. Alright, so now Hadir is in the elevator, so you need to go all the way up to the top to try and stop him. So fight your way all the way to the top. Very slow process, but you need to try to do it as fast as possible. So you make your way all the way up to the top, and then you get to a certain level, which is this level here, and you've got these little doors. You do not need someone to hold them open for you. We found that out on the way down, that you can actually get through it yourself, but all the more better just to do it with your mates anyway, because you need the help. So fight your way all the way up to the top. Don't just rush them like I did. That was very naive. Anyway, when you get to this point here, the elevator is on the other side. So on the left of me, you see that there's someone on top of the elevator. They've got to break it. Now, when they break it, they die because the elevator comes crashing down. So they break the chain, and you pretty much just melee the hell out of it. And they will go down, as you see. Now, we found the quickest and best way is literally fight yourself to back down to the bottom and just kill yourself because you've hit the checkpoint. The minute that crane hits the ground, you've hit the checkpoint. But we didn't realise this till we got to the rappel and we're like, oh well, fuck it, we're jumping. So that's what we did. We're like, rappel's not working anymore. Oh well, go for a jump. But then you end up here. So now we're into the room. back to where we were before. We had to go all the way up to the top, and then you got to try to get this door open, which doesn't work, and you are going to be in for the fight of your lives. So you've got jugs with grenade launchers, you've got jugs with fire shotguns that are going to come through them 3 doors, and they're going to come through in heat. So I recommend high ground, because as you see, Matt went down real quick. It's quite tedious, and be wary of the trophies. They will throw them, and obviously we know that Molotovs and thermites are very good in the raids, so ideally you want to try to get rid of those as quick as possible. But yeah, so they're just going to keep coming through the doors, and then it'll get to a point where it's a little overwhelmed again, and you run out of ammo, and it gets really fucking annoying. But once you get through the main wave is when all the jugs start coming, and that's where you got to be real careful, as you can see. But take all them out, and there's the fire shotgun. It's a real nice touch from Call of Duty to really try and fuck us on the raid by putting the fire shotguns in there, eh? Painful, absolutely painful. But nevertheless, it's a cool camo you get. Can't you can't deny that. It is a very cool camo. And there you go. So once you open them doors, you're done. Cutscene and stuff. I don't want to ruin it for anyone, but there you go. And you are all done. Check out my TikTok for some of the goodies that are going to be going up today. Once I start editing some more of the videos, there's definitely some funny videos from that raid when we were live, and yeah,